Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're surviving in this corona world that we're living in now. Hopefully it doesn't last too much longer, but while it is here, we do need to adapt. We can't make excuses, and I've had a few of you ask me for programs and also just like examples of how to do different types of workouts. So this is going to be the Bodyweight series. We're going to be doing upper body tonight, or today, sorry. It's tonight as I'm recording this. And also going to be doing core stabilization. So we'll get through a warm up, we'll go through the core training exercises, and then we'll do our muscle groups using only our body weight, some kind of a bench. Hopefully you've got something that's stable enough at home that can support your body weight. And then also I will have you using a basketball for one of the exercises as well. So a basketball, a bench, yourself, the floor. Hopefully you've got your water with you, and then time to get into it. So let's get started. So big misconception with bodyweight workouts is people just go right into push-ups. They burn themselves out. Their heart rate goes from 0 to 100, and then they feel tired. Next thing you know, they're sitting on their couch watching TV, and they're like, well, that sucked. So we're gonna warm up just like we would for a weightlifting workout. So it's really important that we make sure that we take our time, gradually build your heart rate up, and start to make sure that you treat your body with the respect it deserves. So we're gonna start with cat arch, cat lift. I'll change my body around since I don't have a cameraman, so that way you can see different angles. But first exercise, real simple. This is a yoga stretch. You're gonna tuck your tailbone and your chin. Arch that spine as high as you can. And then we're gonna rotate back, squeezing your shoulder blades, rotating your pelvis up to the sky. So I'm gonna be doing this workout with you. Pick it apart all you want. I'm gonna get tired just like you will. We'll just do that again. I'm gonna make mistakes. My technique is gonna be great when I get tired. But hey, I'm doing it with you. And I'm gonna get the workout in as well. Then we're gonna do one more of these. Just really take your time with it. One of the faults that I have when I train is I hold my breath. So make sure you don't do that. I'm gonna remind myself tonight not to do that, and hopefully you do the same thing at home. Make sure you're breathing, listen to your body, okay? Otherwise you're just robbing yourself. Okay, next we're gonna go into a pec stretch, and then we're gonna combine that with a pull through to stretch out our rear delts. Make sure our shoulders and our rotator cuffs are getting some attention here. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna sink back, I'm gonna open up my left side, and I'm just gonna gently apply enough pressure to feel that stretch right here in that pectoral muscle, and then open up the front side of my rotator cuff. So I'm just gonna twist, and you don't wanna force this, okay? We're gonna hold each stretch for about 10 seconds. Remember to breathe. Okay, the other side. And now we're going to pull through. So I'm going to go back to the left arm. I'm going to circle up to the ceiling, and then sit on this side of my shoulder. The pressure from your body weight to the ground should do all the stretching. It should feel pretty good. Your back might even crack a little bit, which is always a good feeling. And then look up to the ceiling as you do this. Other side. Okay, moving on. We're now gonna go into, I wrote the list down so I wouldn't get lost, I have a brain fart. Scapular push-ups. So your scaps are essentially your shoulder blades, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our push-up position on our toes. You're gonna essentially pull your shoulder blades back and then straighten them out again. You're not gonna necessarily feel this in your chest. You're gonna feel it just kind of in a variety of different places, and it's just more of like a functional movement. So when you're doing this, you might ask yourself, am I even doing this right? I don't feel anything. That's okay. If you're feeling something when you're doing this, hopefully it's not bad, but if you're feeling something, usually it's just a rotation of your shoulder. But you're gonna go back and then forward, but we're gonna be in our push-up position, okay? We're gonna do 2 sets of 5. We're gonna interrupt Once we get to 5 reps, we're gonna go into a child's pose, cut back into another set of 5, okay? Because we're obviously gonna be doing quite a few push-ups today. Screw the hands in, step back 1 foot at a time, sink in the shoulder blades, and then rotate up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Separate the knees. Breathe. Once you've done that child's pose, shake out the arms. We're going to do this stretch quite a bit today too, okay? Because our wrists are going to be providing us a lot of tension. So we're going to go stretch very carefully. Oh, back up just a little bit. Very carefully push down on the floor with your hand like that. So we want to make sure we maintain flexibility in those wrists. And then we're going to go wrist circles. Okay, and then we're going to be doing some like prayer stretches and things like that as we go through the workout. Go through that one more time. Another set of 5. Hands screwed in, step back. 1, 2. Remember, try not to bend your arms. It's not a push-up, the classic push-up anyway. 3, 4, 5. When you do your child's pose, think about separating your knees and elongating your spine as long as it can go. Okay, now we're going to rotate into our core training, okay? So we're going to start with plank to pike, okay? When you do your core exercises today, we're focusing on stability, okay? So we're not going to be doing sit-ups, we're not going to be doing crunches. There will be just one exercise where we'll be doing movement. Everything else will be essentially a isometric hold, which means you just have to worry about stabilizing and contracting, okay? So be safe. This is the only one you're going to be doing dynamic movement with. You're going to go essentially a plank position with your bum up, sliding into a high tension plank where we're squeezing our butt cheeks and our abs as tight as possible, and we're going to hold it just for a 2 count and then slide back up again. Okay, so slide in, 2 second squeeze, maximum intensity, slide back up again. We're going to do 2 sets of 10, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 3. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. Quick child's pose, or whatever you feel like you need to do. But the main thing is I want you to sit up, clear your head a little bit, breathe, okay, take time to breathe. I'm not a huge fan of doing a bunch of crazy jumps and getting tendonitis in your knees just for the sake of burning calories, okay? We're training, we're not exercising. There's a big difference. We're training our body like athletes. We're not just burning calories just to say we, on our Fitbit that we got, 750 calories burned. What good is that if your knees are jacked up, right? So treat yourself like an athlete, not like an aerobics instructor. All right, no offense to the aerobics team, although I'm sure they're offended now. Okay, so we're gonna do that again, all right? Plank to pike. Maybe I should save my speeches in between sets. Here we go. 1, 2, maximum intensity. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're doing this right, you'll feel in your abs. 8, 9, 10. Whew, good job. Okay, 2 sets done. Now we're moving on to our side plank. This is probably gonna be the worst, most uncomfortable part of the core training. You're gonna have 2 different options you can do here, okay? You can go on the elbow and on the forearm. you can go onto the hand. Personally, I'd recommend going onto the forearm and the elbow, just because we are going to be doing so many push-up variations today. You want to save your wrist. So, but if you want to be hardcore, you go for it, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to take that arm nice and tight, screw. Remember, we're trying to train your obliques. You're also stabilizing the shoulder. You want to keep good positioning here. We're going to screw that arm into the ground, stabilize, try not to dip the hip. We're going to hold for 10 seconds, okay? And then we're going to drop to the floor, switch to the other side. So here we go. Make sure that arm is underneath the shoulder. We don't want to be up here, okay? So nice and tight. One foot on top of the other if you can. All right, and just holding it nice and tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax, switch to the other side. Now for some of you, you're like, oh, that's it. Your effort will determine your outcome. On all your body weight exercises, it's all about what you put into it. I know that sounds cliche, but it's the truth, right? So if you want to go for a minute, you go for it. Just press pause and hit that minute. But I'm not about time on plank variations, I'm about quality. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, we're gonna switch back to the other side. This time we're gonna make it slightly harder. You can extend your arm out and extend that leg off the floor if you want to. If your adductors and abductors are a little bit too weak, keep those feet together, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tighten my hips today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your mind in the muscle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now going to the reverse plank. All right, this one's kind of weird. For some of us, this is going to be pretty tough. Give it a go. You're going to screw both arms in underneath you simultaneously. Dig the heels into the floor. You're going to try and lift your bum cheeks. So your shoulders, your butt, and your heels are all parallel with each other. We're going to do 2 10-second holds. Where do you want to feel this? It's going to be hard to pinpoint exactly where you want to feel it. You just want to make sure you're stable. And the analogy I like to use is if you've got a little kid that's going to come and try and push you over, would they be successful? If you're not stabilizing hard enough, then they're going to knock you over. But if you're stabilizing hard enough, then that kid's probably not going to be successful in pushing you over, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, screw in, chin to the ceiling, up, 2, 3, 4, abs in, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax on your bum, or you can sit up. Deep breaths. Again, maximum intensity, okay? And hit that one more time. And then we're gonna go into Streamline, double leg ab press, and then we've got a isometric hold for a leg raise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Here we go, Streamline. Some people call it banana pose. When I was working with swimmers,